Ever wondered how NBA players spend their fortunes? From super expensive cars to thousands of dollars mouth guards, we're diving into the wildest and most ridiculous costly splurges by your favorite basketball stars. And this person is one of the GOATs, and you would be surprised how much he has in his pocket. After winning his fourth NBA championship in 2020, LeBron James should have been celebrating like a king. But thanks to the pandemic, he couldn't throw any parties or have a championship parade. And if there's one thing we know about LeBron, it's that he loves to party hard after a big win. So, this was a huge bummer for him. For the next 2 months, LeBron sat around thinking of the perfect way to celebrate his big victory. There was one thing that he just couldn't get out of his mind: the Porsche 918 Spyder. This isn't just any car, it's the fastest accelerating car in the whole world. But there was a big problem. Porsche had stopped making them, and all the ones out there were already sold. Even LeBron couldn't just walk into a dealership and buy one. And because it's so awesome, no one who owned one wanted to sell it. LeBron had to get creative. He ended up finding someone who was willing to part with their Porsche 918 Spyder. But it came at a steep price. The car should have cost him $845,000, but instead, he had to fork out a whopping $2.2 million. That's like paying for 2 supercars, but only getting one. Talk about an expensive celebration. Now, unlike some young stars, LeBron is usually pretty smart with his money. He's got most of it invested in smart places. So, dropping $2.2 million on a car, even for LeBron, was a big deal. He really thought hard about it. But then, one fine LA morning, his phone rang. It was the Lakers with an offer that made his decision a whole lot easier. 2 years for $85 million. With his new mega deal, LeBron had the perfect excuse to splurge. He knew he had to get that Porsche. So he went out and bought his brand new all-black Porsche 918 Spyder. This car is so fast it can go from 0 to 60 faster than any Bugatti, Lamborghini, or McLaren. LeBron may rule the basketball court, but now he's also the king of the streets. And just to make things even cooler, as soon as he saw cameras rolling while he was driving, he floored it and left everyone else in the dust. We all dream of owning crazy cars like this, right? Well, LeBron made that dream a reality, showing us that sometimes even kings need to treat themselves. Ever wondered why people call John Wall Santa Claus? Well, it's not because he's rocking a red suit and a big white beard. It's because this man is known for giving out some of the most jaw-dropping expensive gifts. Case in point, he once gave his entire team gold and diamond Rolex watches, each worth over $40,000. Just think about that. There are over 15 players on a team, so he spent more than $600,000 in a single day. Talk about playing Santa. John Wall really earned his nickname back in 2017. A few months before the holidays, Wall's life took a turn for the spectacular. He was coming off the best season of his career, and the Washington Wizards were ready to reward him with a new deal. And not just any deal, a whopping $171 million contract. With that kind of money, you can actually play Santa Claus. Back in 2020, before LaMelo Ball even signed his NBA contract, he made a purchase so outrageously expensive that he had to keep it a secret from his dad, LeVar. LaMelo, not yet an NBA star, decided to hit up AP the jeweler to craft something truly eye-popping: a 14-karat white gold VVS honeycomb diamond grill. Yep, that's a mouthful, and not just literally. When LaMelo got his sparkling new grill, he couldn't wait to show it off. Imagine him grinning from ear to ear, the diamonds shining so bright you'd need sunglasses just to look at him. "Check out this drip," he'd say, while everyone around him probably thought they were catching a cold from all that ice. But here's where it gets wild. LaMelo hadn't received a single NBA paycheck yet, and he still dropped a cool $40,000 on this flashy accessory. 40 grand! That's like buying a luxury car, but instead of driving it, you wear it on your teeth. Now, you'd think his dad, LeVar, would be in the loop about such a big purchase, right? Nope. LaMelo managed to keep this blingy secret under wraps. But secrets have a funny way of coming out, especially when you're in the spotlight. Lucky for us, LeVar found out about this splurge live on TV. The look on his face? Priceless. So, here's a lesson for all of us. Even future NBA stars can make some pretty wild choices before they start raking in the big bucks. And if you're going to drop tens of thousands on a diamond grill, maybe make sure your dad doesn't find out on national television. Stephen Curry has a ridiculously expensive habit, chewing on his mouthguards during games. And these aren't just any mouthguards, they can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. In the 2018 NBA Finals, the Warriors swept the Cavs in Game 4, with Steph scoring 37 points. After the game, during the trophy presentation, a fan called out to Steph, asking for his mouthguard. Steph, being Steph, turned around and threw it to the fan. This wasn't just any mouthguard. After the game, the fan realized he had something valuable. Back in 2016, one of Steph's game-worn mouthguards sold for $3,200 at auction. The fan spoke with SCP Auctions president and discovered his new price could be worth at least $25,000. 25 grand for a chewed-up mouthguard. No wonder he decided to sell it. Who wouldn't? Being friends with NBA players is like hitting the jackpot. And if you don't believe me, let me tell you about James Harden and his buddy, Lil Baby. These two have been hanging out a lot, and it seems like every time they do, something crazy happens. One of those wild times was Lil Baby's 26th birthday. Harden was just one of over 100 guests at the party. But he definitely made the biggest entrance. He didn't just bring a gift, he brought the gift. Harden showed up with a $300,000 Prada bag. But that's not all. Inside the bag was $100,000 in cash. And just to make sure the gift was truly unforgettable, he topped it off with a $200,000 Richard Mille watch. Talk about friendship goals! But here's the kicker. Harden also brought a ton of honey buns. Yup, you heard that right. A mountain of honey buns. Why so many honey buns? Who knows, maybe Lil Baby really loves his snacks. Or maybe Harden just wanted to make sure everyone had a sweet time at a party. Either way, it was a sight to see. So, next time you think being friends with an NBA player is no big deal, remember Harden and Lil Baby's epic birthday bash. With friends like that, who needs anything else? PJ Tucker has been dealing with a wild, stupidly expensive addiction lately. This man is obsessed with sneakers to the point where he has an entire house just for his shoes. Yup, you heard that right. An entire house just for his sneakers. I mean, I don't even have a house for myself. And here's PJ living the dream, or nightmare, depending on how you look at it, with a house full of kicks. But the real craziness of his addiction comes out when his team hits the road. We've all seen the house he bought specifically for his shoes. So you can only imagine what his actual home looks like. It's probably like a sneaker museum, with rare and exclusive pairs displayed like priceless art. To give you an idea of how deep this addiction runs, PJ once dropped nearly $40,000 on a single pair of sneakers. Yes, you read that right. 40 grand on one pair of shoes. That's more than what some people spend on a car. And it doesn't stop there. PJ has spent over $1 million feeding his sneaker addiction. $1 million! The man clearly needs help. It's no wonder people call him the Sneaker King. His love for sneakers is so powerful that he's sunk millions of dollars into it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. See you next time.